Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zollotech, and today we have the Droid 2 Global. I know a lot of you have been asking for me to compare this with the regular Droid 2 or take a look at it, and so we finally have it. So, first of all, the packaging is quite a bit bigger. Here's the Droid 2. The Droid 2 Global, you can see, is a much bigger package. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. So on the side it says it's got the phone, a battery, an 8GB micro SIM, or micro SD card rather, international power adapters, wall charger, USB cable, SIM card pre-installed for global, and some literature also in there. Let's go ahead and open this up. So the main difference between this and the Droid 2 is the processor speed, which is 1.2 gigahertz as opposed to 1 gigahertz. So the phone itself looks pretty much the same right up front. On the back, there is a slight difference. There is a SIM card slot here. And we'll compare the others later on, but basically we've got a SIM card slot. On the back we have a 5-megapixel camera. On the side we have a volume rocker switch. We have a camera button here. On the bottom we have our microphone. On this side we have our micro USB adapter. And on the top we have a 3.5mm headphone jack and the power on sleep wake button. On the front we have our phone with our normal menu buttons, home, back, search, and slides open to reveal a keyboard, a full QWERTY keyboard. The keys are a bit raised. They're a little bit bumpy, if you can see it all, but nice large layout. And overall the look is pretty much the same. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. So nothing inside there. So we have global support guide. This is for the SIM card. And I think the larger box is probably due to all these adapters in here. Wow, there's a lot. So here we have this adapter, and I apologize, but like before in some of the global with the Droid Pro, I wasn't sure what these adapters are for. And if you'd like to comment and fill some people in, I really don't know in the US. I know what our adapter is, but here we have this adapter. We have this adapter. We also have this adapter, and here we have our normal wall plug with USB, micro USB there, and here we have our micro USB to regular USB plug. We have our battery, and this is let's go ahead and see, let's pop this out. It's a lithium polymer battery. That is, how many milliamp hours? 1390 milliamp hours for those of you that are interested. We have our metal back, and we have some consumer information, more information, tips, hints, and shortcuts, and product safety and warranty. Let's go ahead and put all these back in here. Quite a few different adapters, and let's take a look at the phone. And let's put this in here. I guess we can boot this up pretty quickly. We'll do this later in a review, go into a little more in depth, but let's go ahead and take the back. And take that off of there. There we go. Let's go ahead and power it on. And that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot more to go into other than taking a look at this in the future. Let's take this off. And it's booting up. So that's pretty much it as far as the phone goes. It looks very similar to the other, but we'll go into this a little bit more in depth later on. And if you have any questions though, or anything specific that you'd like to know about this and how it compares to the regular Droid, please feel free to ask, and I'll try and answer all those. If you haven't already, please subscribe and comment. I appreciate it. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.